Together, sing all my life you have been faithful. Has he been faithful?
It's a soft, right? It's a soft topic. It's a soft part of it.
What exactly are you looking for?
The topic after pitch. The main topic of that was what? Establishing our home in the Lord. And that has a subtitle, Unity, Family, and the rest. Why am I saying this? We come to church to get knowledge and not information. And when we get this information, we have to understand the information, which is understanding. Understanding is comprehension. And the more important part of it is what? Application. How to apply it. Which is wisdom. Always Pastor, you have this Bible lesson after all this lesson. How do you apply it in your life? Yes. In James, I like really much about James. All the time. Pastor, all the thing written in James about application. Yeah? People say that James was a bit controversial. It's James who said that faith without works is what? Is dead. And body without soul is dead. So if you come here and you learn, you get the knowledge, understanding, you don't apply it, then how to come here for us? Nothing. Hallelujah. Yeah. Sorry, I'll be a bit controversial. Please, when we come here, we bring our notes and we write. Write it down, we go home at least before we throw the books away. One more day, 2 years. Hallelujah. This month, what was the month of February, is the month of love. I was about to preach about love, quality of women. But it came to my heart that I should preach about money. About money. So please, can we all be understanding as we go to receive the word of God? Please be understanding. I don't have a big voice, but I'll try to sing this sound. Help me along. You are greatest, you are holy one. You walk upon the sea, raise the land. You reign in majesty, mighty one. Everything about you is great. You are greatest, you are holy one. You walk upon the sea, you reign in land. Oh, great and mighty one. Everything about you is great. You are 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 great. Everything about you is you have Heavenly Father, truly you are great. Everything about you is great. Heavenly Father, I come to you today to come and learn your word. Let it reprove us, correct us. The word is like a two-edged sword. It cuts deep into our hearts, prepare our heart. As the sower go out to sow the seed, Lord, he sowed the seed one by the roadside, and the devil came and picked it up. One on the rocky soil. They received it, they didn't persevere with it, and they didn't mean the word came out of them. And one we practiced by the tongues and so pierced into it. Lord, today we are preparing our heart as a fertile soil, so that your word can through me and go to the congregation where to establish their life and to impact their life. So that when we leave here, they will never become the same. This is us, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. The topic for today is how to manage our resources. How to manage our resources. We've got different types of resources. There are four resources which I want to talk about today. The first one is how to manage people. The second one is how to manage your money. The third one is how to manage your time. The fourth one, the last one of this, is how to manage your vision. How to manage your vision. Management, when I use the book, tells me that management is the administration of an organization, whether it's business, non-profit organization, or a government body. It is the art and science of managing resources. The last one is very, very nice. It is the art and science of managing resources. The same will give you the principle of management. To manage something, you have a plan. Planning. One, and the second one is what? You should be organized. You should organize. And also, you should have a lead, so you do lead. And the fourth point is control the operation. Control. Controls come under this thing. How you control the people, how you control your resources, how you control money, and also how to give direction. And also, turn your people into leadership. Hallelujah. Management is about the prime goal of mankind. It's the primary goal of mankind. It's the first thing of mankind. When we look through Genesis chapter 2, verse 5, and after God has created everything, the heaven and earth, the trees and everything, the last thing is that we should create man to manage it. To manage what God has created. And you know, in this way, anything you have, and you fail to manage it, you will lose it. Anything that you have, and you fail to manage it, you are going to lose it. When you come to our spices, our spouse, how to call it, if you have a wife, and you don't manage your wife well, or you have a husband, you don't manage it well, you're going to lose it. The first Bible we read is Exodus. Exodus 18, 17 down. This was a story during Moses' time after the camp have come through the wilderness. You know, Moses was trained in Pharaoh's house for 40 years. After that, when he killed the Egyptian, he had to run away to the wilderness. And in the wilderness, it was there that God empowered Moses. So Moses had an education in Pharaoh's house for about 40 years. But he didn't have God this impact on him. So we have to go to the wilderness to have this impact. So all these things that Moses had, but when it came to a time for Moses to control the people, it became very, very tough. To control them means that to manage the crowd. Everybody was bringing his problem to Moses, and Moses was making some of them very tired. So sometimes you tell me I am hungry, annoyed, with a lot of complaint. So Moses was wearing out. So it came that his father-in-law, Jethro, told Moses that I can come, I'll cancel you. So sometimes, no matter what training and education you have, it comes to a time that somebody has to give you a counsel. Yeah, have to give you an advice. And have to give good advice and accept it. So when we go to verse 18, Jethro told Moses that you are weary, you become weak if you take all these things upon you. So he advised Moses. This is a form of management he gave to Moses. He said, Moses, appoint people and divide some of the job to them. And he told Moses that if you appoint them, teach them, so that they take some of the work on them, so that you lose your esteem, you become tired of that. So this comes as a form of what Pastor always tells us about a team meeting. Because we can't base everything on Pastor if not to come out. You become weak, and if he become weak, we also become weak, as it said in chapter 18. And he said, thou shalt wear away. Hope that these people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee, that art not be able to perform it yourself alone. Yeah, so if the head becomes tired, the rest will become tired. So to manage people, he had an advice that he should choose who? Verse 21 says, able men who fear God. So if you are choosing leaders, you should choose what? Able men who fear God. That's choosing people who's going to manage people. You should choose able men who fear God. Men of what? Trust, truth. And those who hate what? Dishonest gain. Those who hate dishonest gain. It's not those who want to give them position and they'll take a position upon themselves. But sometimes it happens that in some churches, they'll give young pastors position and later on they take it upon themselves and maybe get away from the church later on and try to form their own church. This time is for dishonesty, it's for their own gain. And also, he told Moses that he should apportion the leaders he has chosen. He should apportion the people to them in a form of group. Some he should give them what? 1,000 people to manage. Some he should give 100, some 50, and some 10. This is a form of ability. Yeah? So if you are giving position to people, you give them according to their ability, how they can manage. Very, very important. When we go to James chapter 2, verse 1, Prevailing, it talks about favoritism. It means that if you are giving position to people, you don't consider favoritism. You give position to people. Verse 2. Yeah. According to their ability. It's not according to what the people have. Yeah, it's not. We don't give position to people in a check like how if the person is rich or something like that. We give it to people according to their characteristics. That's it. Fear people who fear God, man of truth, and those who hate dishonest gain. That is a form of management. To manage people is not easy. Yeah, but if you choose these people, I think everything will be perfect. And there are certain Bible that we read, and which is connected to my heart, my management of money. The first one is how to manage people. It's how to manage people. And the next one is how to manage money. How to manage money. You know, the same part, money is very, very powerful. Many people say that money is not blood. And one pastor, the pastor Morris, or President, he once said that money is the most personal thing. Money is so personal. So money is so personal that we keep it in our box. And money is you are the only person who knows what you have. And Jesus Christ also talked about money as money being powerful. He compared money to God in such a way that he said that we cannot serve God and money at the same time. He didn't compare money him to the devil, with God that is powerful, but he compared it to money. Yeah? So we cannot serve God and money, which is wealth. When it comes to money, when we read, I think it's James chapter 1, verse 17. James chapter 1, verse 17. James chapter 1, verse 17. We talk about everything that we have. So every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and come down from the Father of light, with whom is no variable, neither shade of turning. So when it comes to money, we should consider ourselves that anything that we have, all the money that we have is not for us. It's God who has given it to us. And he has given it to us so that we use it to do his work, to expand his kingdom. That's the very basic thing you should know about money. If you don't have this basic thing about money, you have money, but the money will never stay with you. It's the most important thing you should consider. You should consider yourself as a steward and your money as God's resources. The second Bible reading we read was about the tenant. The tenant, which is also about some of the Bibles talk about it, like when the master was going, he gave them what? Money. Some say that he gave them gold, which is all about money. And verse Matthew 25, verse 15, we say that he gave each one of them according to their ability. Their ability, which is very, very important. Their ability. So God gives us money according to our ability. It's not according to what we ask for. It's according to how we can manage it. That's our ability. And verse 16, when he gave them, the master gave them the money. He said that when he went away, he went away. And what did they use the money for? They used the money to work. In this world that we are, we don't work for money, we let money work for us. If you work for money, you never get money. But if you let money work for you, that's where you're going to get money. It's like this country, you always wake up and you do 9 to 5 job. You are for both 9 o'clock, you go to work, 5 o'clock, you come back home, and it becomes a routine. I tell you, if you work for somebody like that, I've never known any millionaire who work for somebody. There's none. Always, people work for them. So you should make your mind up that if you let people work for you, establish yourself in this position that will let people work for you, or let your money work for you. It's quite easy for your money to work for you. For your money to work for you, you have a good investment. Have a good investment. You know, and when the master came back, he came back and asked them for what? Accountability. He asked them for accountability. This is when we go to verse 20 of the same chapter. He said that he entrusted them. And when he asked the person who he gave 5 talents, he said, and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought another 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou givest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have laid beside them 5. Some Bible say that he entrusted. He told the master that he entrusted 5 to me. To entrust something to somebody means that you have faith in that person. You should have faith in the person. Because you don't have faith or don't trust anybody, you never give you anything. If you have any precious thing, like have a nice car, a nice thing, and you're traveling and going away, you don't give it out cheaply. You give it to somebody who you trust most. And when they did this man, the man, in some way, said that he was what? The master said that you are a good and faithful servant. That the person he was good and faithful. And what did the man do? He multiplied it. He gave back to the master like 10 of it. But when we come to the man who he gave 1, he didn't do anything with it. He hid it. When we go to bed, he hid the thing. And the master was only furious. He said, no, if anything at all, shall I only put it into the bank for me to get a little interest. So it means that if you put our money in the bank, what are we going to get? A little interest. But when we get them, what works for us, we're going to get more. And it also came that the person who had 1, when we read what did he say? He said, and you did that act and hard man, reaping where thou hast sown, and gathering where thou hast not struck. He is a person who started accusing his master. This is a form of jealousy. They are giving you 1 instead of you to make it more. You are now even accusing your boss. So in this way, if somebody has something, you look upon that person and work towards it for you to get more. You don't stand there and accuse the person and become jealous. And so strange when you go to verse 29, the last verse, the last part of that chapter, the Bible says that for unto everyone that has shall be given, more abundantly given unto. It was so surprised that the Lord is saying that we should even give that person, we should give that person even more. And the person who has less, we should even take away from him. or that person cannot manage it. So there's no need for you to give him more. So this is not what we are talking about. And the third topic I'm talking about this management is how do we manage our time? How do we manage our time? How do we manage our time? We also see that time is renewal, time is money as well. When we go to Ephesians 5:16, he said that make the most of your time because the days are bad, evil. Yeah? So to make most of our time. Time is something which when it comes, it goes. You can't go back and retrieve it. Yeah? Today is 20th of February, and around this time, 11:45, when it goes, you can never get it back again. Time is not like energy. In science, we say that energy loss swap is going to energy gain. So energy is always in the system. It never vanishes. When you lose it from one place, it goes to the other. It's the same thing as money. Money never vanishes. If the money is not with you, it's around man's pocket. So you can always go back and get it back. Yeah? But time is not like that. Time is not like that. And when we go to Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1, when it says everything under Israel has got a time. See, there is an appointed time for everything, and there is a time for every event under heaven. And time and seasons are not permanent. It comes and goes. So when you have time, make use of your time. The tool is that to talk about time and purposes. What times have time to plan, time to harvest, time to give time, all type of things. And at the same time, in seasons comes and goes. It doesn't stay permanent. So we should make use of it. He said, and the same Ecclesiastes process, when we go to chapter 9, to verse 10, he talks about whatever your hands find to do, doing it diligently. Because it will come to a time that we go into our grave, and there, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. And also, verse 11 of Ecclesiastes, this thing, the race is not for the swift. Yeah? And the last bit of that verse says that time and chance overtake them all. Time and chance overtake them all. So time and chance and time is also like opportunity. And there was a sound in a gun, a Nigerian sound. But it's part of this mother, Aki and the rest. Opportunity comes to us. Yeah? If you miss opportunity, you can't get it back again. You can't get it back again. And the same in Ecclesiastes 9:12, men who do not know their time. If a man don't know the time, it's like a fish caught in a treacherous net, in a bed trap, in a snare or a trap. So it's very, very important. I mean, this statement tells us that make use of our time. We should make very, very use of our time. And when we go to Proverbs 6, verse 6 up to 11, it's where to compare human being to ants. Where it says ants, we should go and learn from the ants. He counts time very, very well. During the summer, he gets and prepared towards the winter. So, but during the winter, there will be shortage of food. So the Bible said that we should go and learn from what? The ants. We should go and learn from the ants. And if you go down there, he was talking about laziness, folding of arms, doing nothing. See, it comes a time that you will be robbed, you will be poor, like the arm robber are taking over all your possession. So that is how important time is. That's how important time is. The last thing I want to talk about is vision. It's vision. How are we managing our vision? How are we managing our vision? Vision. When you go to Proverbs 29:18, Proverbs 29:18, say if you don't have vision, we don't have a control of our destiny. If there's no vision, the people perish. Yeah? And some Bible verse say that we are not restrained. We live our life haphazardly. Without vision, it's like somebody who don't have aim. We live our life haphazardly. Quick means that, but without vision, we go to perish. Yeah? So all of us have to have vision and control over it. I say vision is the ability to think about the plan of the future with what? Implementation and wisdom. Yeah? You have to plan, implement it, and with wisdom as well. I say vision is what? And wisdom is like the application. And what to do? What do we do with vision? When we go to Habakkuk 2:3, where we talk about when we get vision, we should what? We write it down and we run with it. So that we should know what vision, what we do with vision. There is and the Lord answered mine and said, write the vision and keep it plain upon the tablet, that you may run with it, and then read it. So we have a plan for the vision. We should write it down. We should write it down. And you should make sure that you break it down so that it becomes achievable in the feet. It must also produce action and inspire, and it must be an attractive. If your vision is not attractive, you can't achieve it. It should be in such a way that it will inspire you as well. And your vision must have a time frame. You should set a time frame for your vision. You should have a target, maybe 10 years or 5 years or 20 years, and to achieve what this vision have written. And also, vision must lead to reality. Yeah? It must lead to reality. You can't have a vision which you think it's not vision, it's not accomplished. It should be a vision which you think you can accomplish it, and manage it, and achieve it. And they also say that vision must persevere, that we have to wait for it to be accomplished. We must wait for it to be accomplished. Amen. Amen. There are some few verses for us we have to go through. The first one is what? It's a Proverbs 10. Proverbs 10:4. Go with mine. Yeah, see, it became poor. That girl with a slack of hand. This is talking about laziness. But the hand of diligent makes what? Rich. Yeah? The hand of the diligent make rich. So we should take note of this verse as well. And the next one is Proverbs 13, 18. 13, 18. Say what? Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuses instruction. But that regards you shall be honored. So if you don't accept instructions, what will become of you? Poverty will become of you. Poverty will become of you. And also Proverbs 13, 11. 13, 11. Say, well, gotten back fighting shall what diminish, but that gathered by data shall increase. Very, very important. So if you get wealth by corrupt way, by devious way, that wealth will vanish. It's practical. But if you get wealth by labor and gathering resources, your wealth will increase. Very, very important as well. In 2021. 2021. The inheritance that may be headed hastily at the beginning, but the end therefore shall not be addressed. So if you get that inheritance hastily, at the end of it, do not listen. The last one I like most is 2013. 2013. That one is my head. So I do not love sin. This is that part. 4. If you love too much sin, you are in 4. So you don't love too much sin. Yeah. I'm giving you the last one. It's not here. It's Proverbs 13, 22. I'm right. It's a good man. A good man leaves inheritance. That's right. Yeah. It's a good man leaves an inheritance to his children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid upon for the justice. So if you are a good man, you're going to live for an inheritance. It's not for your children, but for your children's children. And what is good inheritance? And what good thing we can leave, not for our children, but for our children's children. You can give me an answer for that one, that last one. What inheritance can we leave so that we can pass on to our children and children? Another is before I close. Because I know of one. It's what it's a house or a property which is being kept. Because we have a house in my town. That's my mother was born to see that house. It's another generation, our generation is there, and we're going to leave that thing for there. So it's an inheritance, which is for our children. When God was blessing Abraham, he blessed him with land. Jacob with land. Even Adam gave the land. But just that they couldn't manage it well. And as I said, anything that you possess and you can't manage it, you go to prison. Hallelujah. Amen. Let us stand up.
of God. Hey, yeah, say all my life you have been faithful. 'Cause you're a faithful God, yeah. All my life you have been so good. Every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I will sing of the goodness of God. If he's been good, raise up your worship in the room. Oh, somebody raise up your worship in the room. He's always been faithful. He's always been faithful. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. Somebody shout it. Your goodness is running after. It's running after. Keep it right there. Your goodness is running. Your goodness is running after. It's running. It's running after me. Your goodness is running. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. One more time. Say your goodness is running. Your goodness is running after. It's running after me. Your goodness is running. Your goodness is running after. It keeps running after. My life laid down. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Shout it out, say, your goodness is running after. It keeps running after me. Woo! Come on, worship her. Lift up a praise to the only faithful God. Raise up a praise 'cause he's good. Raise up a shout 'cause he's good. You are 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 good. It's running after me. Ah. Your goodness is running out. It's running after me. Say, y'all say, your goodness is running out. It's running after me. Your goodness is running. Your goodness is running out. It's running after me. You got a better one. Say, your goodness is running.